Welcome to the driver's seat. This is the 2027 second generation Telluride from Kia. And we usually don't start with the engine, but because they got rid of the 3.8 V6, replaced it with a 2.4 four-cylinder turbo, we felt that's a significant, I would say the most significant change. It's a completely new vehicle. It looks great. Not a big fan of this grille. A little too much Hyundai Santa Fe going on here. Again, it's the same family. These wheels and some of this plastic. I prefer a more simple design, but overall, really nice job. These are 21-inch wheels. This vehicle, the turbo, gets 20 miles to the gallon compared to 33 for the hybrid. That is significant. That's like a 60% difference. But great interior. We just drove it, and we're about to drive the hybrid. You could see typical Kia fashion. Did a great job on the interior. But if it was my money, I would definitely be looking at the hybrid. But this vehicle has great lines. So they retained a lot of the characteristics of the outgoing model, but just improved everything. Time will tell if this engine will be as appealing to customers as the outgoing model. The first gen was a huge success. Arguably Kia's most successful vehicle. So when you are going to do a follow-up with Generation 2, you better nail it. One thing they did, a big thing that they did was get rid of the normally aspirated 3.8 V6, replace it with this 2.4 turbo hybrid, replace it with this 2.4 cylinder turbo. They also added a hybrid. So last gen you had one option, the V6. Now you have two options. Now, what we know about hybrids, which we'll drive next, is that they have a lot more torque because of the electric powertrain. But you're also getting 33 miles per gallon combined on the hybrid versus 20 on this just turbo. So very comfortable, quiet interior. I like what they've done here. As you get into some of these interiors, they're a little too busy. This is very, very well done. It does not feel like a regular car in the sense it feels more premium or almost luxury. And that's a good thing, because starting price, just under $40,000 for a base front-wheel drive Telluride with the turbo only, and you can top out about $60,000 for an all-wheel drive, fully loaded hybrid. Still pretty reasonable when you consider the average price of a new car in the U.S. in 2026 is right at $50,000. So Kia is playing right in that sweet spot, 10 grand below, 10 grand above. And they have a ton of different trim levels. I can't even name them all, but there's something for everyone depending on your budget. Head-up display on the upper trim levels, feature I really enjoy. So you get a little bit of that kind of turbo whine, but I can live with it. I've come to accept the fact that, Tacoma dumped a V6 for a turbo 4, and Highlander and so many others. So to me, that's just evolution. But some car companies like Honda are maintaining their V6. Okay, so my job is to give you my impression, and the ride is very smooth. I like the steering. I just recently reviewed the Passport, and I had a very kind of jerky steering feel to it. This one has a more connected feel to it. So I definitely like that. I'm just not a fan of the turbo in such a big vehicle. I think it's a lot to ask, but you know, you have to have confidence in Kia, and they have a great warranty. I personally wish they would have kept the normally aspirated and just added a hybrid. Time will tell if that's a good move for them or not. Definitely feels like it's working harder than the 3.8 did. I mean, you're talking about a big displacement difference. It's probably about a 200-pound savings as far as weight goes, and that's what everyone's trying to do, get to better fuel economy. And with the price of gas the way it is, it's probably a smart thing. A ton of headroom, shoulder room, just very roomy in general. But again, I love the outgoing Telluride. That was a home run, award-winning home run for Kia. So we'll see if this one follows suit. From a design standpoint, love the interior. I like most of the exterior. I just don't like this grille that they've done. Very unusual. Some interesting lines to it that and they have like 4 different grille designs depending on which trim level and if you get the hybrid or not. So I have a feeling there were a lot of interior discussions, debates about the grille. I thought the old one was right on point. This one is very bold. I'm sure that was by design. Don't be surprised if you see a mid-cycle refresh in about 2 years where they completely go back for a more understated grille. I'll tell you what, this door is quite substantial. Notice when as soon as I open it, it's nice and heavy. Very nice. I wouldn't have said that about Kia in the past, but they certainly are making some nice interiors.